Well, hello everybody. I'm on my own today. Sometimes it's better to be out on your own. The yak and the unicorn didn't come with me today. And I've decided sometimes it's better that way. Get a wee bit of a break. But I never thought I would be doing this video. When I came out, I wandered into Balloch, a place called Balloch. You've probably heard me speak of it a few times. And then I decided to go for a walk. I had a lovely walk through Balloch Park. And then I ended up at the north end, and I came up a path and decided to venture up a place that's called Whinny Hill. I've actually came right over Whinny Hill. There's a fair wee bit of walking. You can go that way to my left again or that way to my right. And in Whinny Hill, it's also Knockout Hill. I wonder if they call it Knockout Hill because it knocks the stuffing out of you. Anyway, whin is another name for the shrub gorse. That's something that even I didn't know. And I love the sight of gorse bushes, and I wondered about that scent. Anyway, you can smell coconut scent from the yellow flowers, and although I've noticed, I never ever knew that was its name. There's lots of things. You get all sorts of, there's orchids, butterfly orchids and stuff up here. This is a steep climb, depending on what way you come in, and it's really worth it. Today, I think I may as well show you the walk back. So anyway, come with me and let's see what we've got. So here's where I am, that wee T-junction. You can go down there. There's a gate down there, but the path goes on beyond that. And if you go that way, I reckon that takes you way out to, there's farm area and there's waterworks and stuff. But anyway, we're going up here. And if you come in from the other end at the Balloch Park side, there's directions everywhere. It's really, really nice to get out. I've been enjoying the solitude on the walk up here. And you do get a wee bit out of a puff. I suppose even if you're quite fit, you'll still get a wee bit of a puff depending on how quick you come up this or how quick you go down it. Now this section has quite a wee steep path, so it was probably good that the unicorn didn't come with us at least. And once again, it's raining. It's actually quite refreshing. It's just this nice, gentle drizzle that keeps coming down. I'm really enjoying it. And amongst all the golden birches, the fir trees. And there we go. You hear me starting to pant already. I have come up right over the other side, but I won't give you the whole trail. I'll just give you some highlights as I think I see them. And there's the first signpost on the road. There's been quite a lot of changes. The Woodland Trust have made a few changes here, tidying up the woods, etc. And looks like they've been putting drainage and various things in. And there is a little footpath there, as you can probably see. It probably joins on at the other end if you want to come off the track a wee bit, but it's entirely up to yourself. I'm not necessarily recommending it. So let's go on with this. There's a gate up ahead. I was standing looking at it when I came over and I thought, why is there a gate here? So I don't see any reason for any traffic to go through, but well, not necessarily traffic, but vehicles. Traffic, that's an interesting word, isn't it? What's being trafficked? Anyway, another arrow. I reckon they maybe take cutting equipment and all sorts through there to do whatever forestry work they need to do. Well, like many other places that we've been on, or that I've been on, may as well talk about myself in the first person. I love the solitude of the woods. It's just so quiet. And it's so lush. It's so green. I don't know if that's some kind of symbiotic plant that's on the bushes there, or if it's crows that have been making nests. It's so good just to get fresh air into your lungs. Just to relax. Some people think this isn't relaxing. You're walking up the hill and your heart's pounding through you, and then it slows down and you get into a nice wee stride, and it's just nice to sometimes think about what's going on in your life and things that you're doing, thinking about how you could make your life better, or what things you can enjoy in life, because there are so many things to enjoy in life, so many things to do. You can't necessarily do them all, but this is one of my favourites. It would seem that they've cut down quite a lot. I'm very surprised actually. It's a nice trail, but it's kind of looking a bit like the aftermath of a logging company's events. I don't know whether they'll take a lot of that away or just leave it for various animals and birds, etc. And here you've got, look at that, typical stone wall that you find everywhere in the countryside. I love it. Dry stone dikes. I wonder how much of a comeback that has made. They were supposed to be bringing back that skill. So we've just come round a wee bend there, and thankfully it's back to the downhill again. Even now you can smell the smells of the forest. It's just wonderful. Even more so, I suppose, the wet from the rain. Looks like a whole pile of it has ended up over here. Either that or we've been clearing out over there as well. Now this is a nice wee section. I like this. You've got lots of trees on one side, a wall on the other side of you. Some sparse trees out on the left. And just lets you have a look across some of the hills. Can't see much today because of the rain, but usually always sheep or something in there, grazing away quite happily. Just harmlessly passing their time. It would be nice, I would imagine, if you're into this kind of thing, walking on your own, or if you do like to walk the woods with someone else, a partner or a friend, 2 or 3 people, whatever, live and let live, with a lot of things I say. I love the way the water just gathers at the ends of the little sticks on the trees. Little branches. That is good to just take a step back. So many people trudge through life and hardly even see the sky. Even when they're living sort of semi-urban. Or, you know, just people can get so busy, get ridiculously busy and caught up in things, and don't get a chance to just wind down. And I think sometimes I do these videos for that particular reason, for others to just enjoy and for you to wind down. And I'm quite sure that the yak and the unicorn would share that with me. They would share that sentiment, that we just like doing them for you to just wind down a wee bit. But maybe it's not just winding down, because sometimes these trails can be quite exciting, depending where you go and what you're going to view. Just me, a gentle wind, sound of myself breathing, and the drips from the trees, as well as that aeroplane up above. And that's it. Oh, boggy bit. Right, boggy bit and trainers on today. So it's beginning to get quite steep again. Look at the moss on this, it's just wow. Full wall. Been here so long, it's absolutely coated in moss. Well, that's pretty much downhill all the way. You thought I was puffing earlier on, just to hear me coming up the way. It was an interesting wee climb. Good for you, but definitely good for you, even at my age. You know, it's funny for anybody that's been climbing or hiking out in the woods or whatever, any trail, you go so far and you think, oh, not much to go again. It was quite surprising. Just met somebody there on the trail, out with their dog, decided to put the camera off and give them their privacy. You know, that in itself is nice. Just to, sometimes when you meet someone and they just give you a hello. Last time I was up here, I went away down that way. You can see it's, well, you might get an idea of, that's quite steep. But I'm not going that way because that's why it's changed. Maybe it's this part's always been here. I've not paid attention, but it just looks to me like another piece of trail that the Woodland Forest have put in for us. And I have to say it because I've been enjoying it. I said the Woodland Forest, I meant to say the Woodland Trust. I've been enjoying it. As we're coming down, you can probably hear that wind. I'm trying to kind of slow it down a wee bit. And we're getting closer again to the park, closer to civilization. See what I mean here by the place looking like it's had some logging company in. Cutting away all the logs and just help make things safe on the trails. And I'm sure they'll find a use for the wood, unless it's just going to lie here. Yeah, look at that, look, loads of it. Look at how much they've cleared away. Look at that. Exactly the same on that side. Lots of it cut away. A wee ditch at the side there. Wouldn't like to not pay attention and fall in there. I'm kind of looking forward to springtime and maybe having a jaunt up here. This place is going to be absolutely fantastic. An absolutely exhilarating walk. Fair gets the blood pumping, clears out the head. Thanks for watching, and I think next time, wherever we are, Yak and the unicorn will join us. Until then, take care. See you next time.